and welcome to today's episode of CCTV. Oh. Hi guys, Christina Carlyle here, and welcome to CCTV, the place to be if you're trying to get more happy or healthy and fit. And if I haven't met you already, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Christina Carlyle. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a nutritionist. I am a former fat girl who had to become a personal trainer nutritionist to kind of overcome all of my demons so that I could take the weight off and keep it off. And I've done so for years, and I've helped hundreds of people ever since so that they can do it too. And that's why I created this channel, so that I can help you. No matter who you are, where you are, what you want, I'm your girl if you're trying to be happy and healthy and fit. So I just want to say welcome and thank you so much for being here with me today. Now, this video is part of a series that I've been doing on how you can be that girl or guy and lose weight this holiday season, or avoid gaining weight. Because the holidays are a really emotional time. It's an exciting time too, whether it's a good emotion like you're excited because you're celebrating, or it's a bad emotion like you're dealing with people or places or things or triggers, or you're just running rampant. You're just always on the go, busy, going to different things and events and parties and all these different things. There always seems to be food involved when we're celebrating. Whether it's a wedding or a birthday party or 4th of July or a football game or Christmas or Thanksgiving or Halloween, no matter what it is, if it's a special occasion, there's always seems to be food and drinks involved. So in the first video of this series, I shared the first of 5 strategies that you can use to avoid gaining weight this holiday season, actually how you can lose some weight too. And the first one was to meal prep. So if you're busy, always on the go, you can meal prep and you can have some healthy options on hand, whether you need to make a meal in minutes or if you need to take it with you on the road, or if you can bring something with you to an event or a party, so there's a healthy option for you. Okay, that was tip number 1, and there's a video for that too. The second video that I shared was making sure that you're making the right choices for the right reasons, because we have a little angel on our shoulder that says, hey, we want to lose weight, you need to eat healthy, but we have this devil on our shoulder with a megaphone, especially when we're emotionally compromised, whether it's good or bad, which is exactly where we find ourselves during the holiday season. We're all excited because this is the unique time of the year. You can't really have pumpkin pie in the middle of summer. It's exciting. You have your favorite holiday go-tos, especially when it's cold, right? You just want to curl up and have something yummy to eat, just like a polar bear. Polar bears stock up so they can hibernate. It's really natural and normal to want to feel that way too, but it's also really important that you're making the right choices for the right reasons so that you can stay on track, because you know if you listen to that devil on your shoulder and you overdo it, you got this angel over here. It's like, well, we knew better. And if you step on the scale and you're not feeling good, or you see that you got the result of whatever voice it was that you listened to, you don't want to feel like a failure. You don't want to feel guilty. You don't want to feel like, oh, this sucks, I gained weight again. You don't want to feel bad during the holidays, which is why I'm making this video, which is wrapping up the last 3 tips of this series on how you can eat and avoid gaining weight. Basically, how you can have your cake and eat it too. This is exactly why I became a nutritionist and a trainer, to figure out how I could have my cake on my birthday and not feel bad about it. And that's why I'm sharing them with you, because I want you to feel confident, feel secure, and not feel guilty when you eat, because it sucks when you feel guilty when you eat. You're supposed to feel satisfied. You're not supposed to feel like you did something wrong. You're eating, for crying out loud. You have to eat to survive. What's the point of eating if you're gonna feel bad about it? That's not cool either. So that's why I'm rounding out this series today with these 3 tips. So we already went over the meal prep. We already went over emotional eating and emotional drinking and making the right choice for the right reasons and avoiding your triggers. Now we want to focus on overcoming portion distortion. So during the holidays, when you're making your plate, you really want to make sure that you're filling it with the right things in the right amounts that are going to make you feel satisfied, but you're also going to want to satisfy your tongue too. You want to make sure that you're getting a taste of your favorite things. And this is exactly what you're going to be doing if you follow these tips. Works wonders. Now, the first thing you want to do is make sure that you're mastering your portion sizes and putting them on your plate in the following manner. You want 2 servings of a vegetable, okay? So anything green. So if you have that green bean casserole or salad or whatever it is that you can do, you want 2 servings of a vegetable. Corn, for example, Potatoes, things like that, those are starches. That's something separate, but this is something, a vegetable that's green or grown, okay? 2 servings of that, and then you want 1 serving of a protein. So this is gonna be your turkey or your ham or whatever it is that your family does during the holidays. So you want to make sure that you're getting 2 parts of a vegetable, and then you cut that in half, whatever that size is cut in half, that's your 1 serving of a protein. You want an equal size portion of your protein to come from a starch. Okay, this is the good stuff. This is the potato, or this is the stuffing or bread. Just 1. Now, let's say you wanted to do mashed potatoes and stuffing. Okay, well you can cut those in half just as long as that serving size is completely identical and the exact same size as your protein. So it's 2 veggies to 1 protein to 1 starch. And if you want to take 3, if you want to take 4 different types of starches, whatever it is, and it has to be the size of your protein. Does that make sense? Next thing you want to do is take whatever your protein size is, or whatever your starchy carb size is, and you want to cut that in half. Now you have an itty bitty window for the really good stuff. The high calorie, high fat stuff that's infused with love. This is the stuff that you've been craving all year round. Now, just putting out a little disclaimer here. If you know any of these foods are going to trigger you into your own personal man versus food contest, you don't want to eat them. You want to avoid trigger foods completely, because they're just going to give this devil a megaphone to justify reasons why you should come back and come back and come back. Because the truth of the matter is, if you have a trigger food, you're really sensitive to it, and it kind of sets you off the same way 1 drink would set off an alcoholic, or the same way 1 taste of a drug could set off a drug addict. It's completely possible to be addicted to food, and if you don't want to feel guilt, and if you don't want to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm completely stuffed, if you know where that 1 bite's gonna take you, and you know, because you're gonna have this little angel on your shoulder that's saying, we know. Your spider senses are gonna go off. You know where that bite's gonna take you. You're also gonna have a devil over here giving you a million good reasons why you should take it, even though you know that you know that you know you shouldn't, okay? Good versus bad, love versus evil. You really wanna make sure that you're not popping and if you know that you can't stop, okay? You know those chip commercials, once you pop, you can't stop. If you can't stop once you pop, don't pop. For me, it's my mom's crack potatoes. Buttery, marshmallowy, sweet potatoes. I know that I can't stop. Sometimes I can have 1 taste and put the fork down. Depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes 1 taste is all I need to hit the ground running and it's gone. It's all dependent upon you and who you are and how you're feeling and how you react to different things. So if you're good, you're secure, you're confident, you can do this, okay. Then you get to put it on your plate. But if you know in your heart that you just feel like, and even if you're feeling like, okay, maybe I can't do this, maybe you just had a conflict with a family member, or you had somebody had 1 too many glasses of wine, is like just triggering you in some way. If you can't have it at this very moment, that doesn't mean you can't have it tomorrow when it's a leftover. Really just want to gauge where you are on the emotion scale, and again, I made a video to explain that in case you want to look. I'm going to put a post to the blog post below. It has all the tips in different places and where you can find exactly what you need. It just makes it easier so you don't have to creep around my YouTube channel. So all the links that you're going to need for all of these tips are going to be below, by the way. So once you know that that you're good, you have the green light to go ahead. So if your protein is the size of the palm of your hand, again, serving sizes is on the blog post. You're gonna know exactly what size these need to be. You're gonna half that, and you're going to fill the rest of your plate with the really good stuff. This is the high fat, high sugar stuff that is like slap your mama good. This is the stuff you want. A good rule of thumb to follow is you can have 2 tablespoons each of up to 3 things. Okay, so if it's pumpkin pie, for example, or if it's, you know, that stuffing that didn't really make it under your starch category. Let's say you really love mashed potatoes, but you also like stuffing too. You have to kind of choose. If you don't want to portion them out that way, you can kind of choose which one you want more of and then put that in the really, really, really good section. Whatever it is that you want. goes into the last little part of your plate. Again, 2 tablespoons of up to 3 things that you want. But that's it. You get to make 1 plate this way, and that's it. No seconds. And it really helps to prevent the ability to actually physically overeat by filling up by faking out your brain. So this is the next tip. You want to fill up to fake out your brain. So before you even get down to the dinner table, you really want to physically take up space and physically prevent you from overeating. And you also want to help yourself feel satisfied as quickly as possible, because it takes your brain about 20 minutes to catch up with your stomach. So if you sit down at the table and you're hungrier than a hostage, you're really hungry, you know you've been waiting for this meal all day, it's like this is like the Super Bowl of dinners, right? You want to make sure that you're drinking 1 to 2 glasses of water before you start. This is totally up to you, but I would recommend at least a minimum of 1 up to 2. When you're physically taking up that space with water, you can't overeat, and it helps your brain say, oh, there's no more room left. But here's the cool thing about drinking water. Once you finish eating your plate, and I really recommend eating slow too, because there are going to be people that go back for seconds and thirds, but you need to stay in your own lane and you need to focus. So it helps to take what I call bite rallies. Bite rallies help you moderate moderation, okay? So what you want to do is you want to take 2 bites of a vegetable, okay? Then you want to take 2 sips of a water. The point of doing that is you're filling up on the low calorie, nutrient rich things first, and then you slowly but surely want to chip away at the other things that are on your plate. So after you take 2 bites of a vegetable and 2 sips of a water, you want to take 1 bite of a lean protein, 1 bite of your good stuff, your starchy carb, 1 bite of the really good stuff. And you just want to follow this pattern. 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, until you feel full. And you're gonna feel full if you're paying attention to the hunger scale and where you are, if you're feeling stuffed, if you're feeling satisfied. You're gonna know when you're good. Plus the water is gonna say, hey, we're good. We're out of room. But here's the cool thing about using the water and taking the bite rallies is you're gonna feel full, like, oh, I'm full, but you're gonna go to the bathroom and you're gonna feel content. You're gonna feel satisfied. You're not gonna feel like, oh, I gotta pop my pants and take a nap, the way that you would if you didn't have the water and you just kept going back for seconds and thirds. And we've all been there. I mean, we're putting on our sweatpants, we're taking a nap, we're hibernating like the polar bear that just stuffed his face and so he could prepare for the winter. By the time you go to the bathroom, you're good. It's just up to you to just kind of avoid going back. So that's why you're only doing 1 plate. If you are an alcohol drinker, it's cool, I am too, you need to take drink rallies. Alcohol has the ability to slow your metabolism for up to 4 days. So just 1 drink has the ability to kind of postpone your ability to lose weight for up to 4 days. So if you do choose to do alcohol, it helps to have 1 drink, 1 cocktail, 1 glass of wine, whatever it is that you want, and follow it with 1 glass of water. The water is going to help flush the alcohol out of your liver, out of your kidneys. It's gonna help your body metabolize that alcohol faster, because alcohol is one of 2 nutrients that actually takes precedence over all of the other nutrients and foods, and actually physically shocks your system and says, okay, we have to get this out of here. Your body doesn't like it. By the way, fructose or fruit sugar is the other one. So if you're the type of person that eats fruit or you struggle to lose weight, yeah, surprise, fruit's really not good for weight loss at all. Plus, fruit isn't as fun to eat as alcohol. So when you're drinking your alcohol, it's really important for every 1 glass of wine or cocktail that you have that you chase it with a glass of water. Easy peasy. And the last tip that I have for you is to make skinny substitutions. Okay, so if you know that you're the type of person who you love your starchy carbs, you love your potatoes, you love your stuffing, you love your pies and your cakes and this and that and all these other things, or your drinks, you want to make sure that you're finding a way that you can eliminate the things in those foods that are full of fat and full of sugar and just not good for you. So I shared in last week's video that one of my trigger foods is sweet potatoes, but I don't want to go without them. And if I take the addictive things out of them that trigger me, namely the butter and the sugar and the marshmallows, all of those things, that if I take all of that out and I just serve a baked sweet potato or a baked potato, you can slice them up and turn them into sweet potato planks. There are so many different ways you can prepare a sweet potato so that you're getting that satisfaction, but you're also feeling like you're having your cake and able to eat it too guilt-free. Now, I could go on and on and on, I mean, with different substitutions based on what I feel that could be at your dinner party or your holiday meal. For example, green beans. The green bean casserole that you come with all the French fried onions and all the different, like the soup and all the butter and all the stuff. If you cut that out and just serve steamed green beans, okay, there's an option. Instead of doing dark meat turkey, you take the skin off and you do white meat turkey, there's an option. If you're used to slathering gravy over everything, well, if you just cut the gravy out, there's an option. There are just really easy breezy, smart, skinny substitutions that you can make. And some of them are kind of common sense, and I know that you're being inundated with different tips and tricks, and if you're trying to actively find ways online, I know that there are different people with the same advice. So what I did is I made a ton of different recipes for you to try that are actually trainer approved, nutritionist approved, good for you, and I just threw those on the blog too. So if you want to hop on over and check those out, you're welcome to do that, but that's it. Meal prepping. You want to make sure that you're eating for the right reasons. You want to make sure that you're filling your plate with the right servings and the right proportions of the right things. You want to take your bite rallies and your drink rallies as a way to moderate moderation. You also want to make skinny substitution that you're actually removing fat and calories and sugar and things like that so you can set yourself up for success. CCTV always falls on a Thursday, and because next Thursday is Thanksgiving, I will be posting a video, and I want you to know that this video is going to share all the ways that you can kind of recover from your day of indulgence and how you can undo any damage that may have been done. If you like this video, please like it. If you think it's gonna help somebody else, please share it to declare it. And if you don't wanna miss next week's episode, subscribe now because I make a new video every Thursday, even on holidays. So I will see you next time right here, same place, every Thursday. Bye guys, hope you have a good week.